everybody, I'm Nora Burrows, and today we are going to do a little fabric unboxing. The folks over at Sewers Club were so nice to send me this box of 15 fat quarters. It's a monthly subscription box. Details are in the description below, and they're giving you 30% off, but all those details will be at the end. We'll talk about all that businessy stuff at the end of the video. First, I want to open this box and take a look at the fabric with you all. In addition, I was thinking, and I'm hesitant to commit, but I was thinking that after we look at the fabric, maybe I would take some of these pieces and make a little mini project, though I don't know what that project would be. I haven't seen the fabric, but it's just an idea. With these subscription boxes, you are able to give them some guidance on what kind of fabric you like, and so I think I had chosen florals, blenders, and holiday prints. So that's what should be in here. Let's take a look. I see a Christmassy print. We'll go through each one of these, but it's a really nice array of the rainbow here. Ooh, that looks like a novelty with a bee. And I do love yellows. Let's start with the yellows, even though that's not at the front of the box. This is what I'll say about yellows, or this is even on a little bit of the gold spectrum, but I would say it's still yellows. What I like in yellows are what I call substantial yellows. So I don't typically like the buttery yellows or the soft yellows, pastel yellows, creamy yellows. I really like a substantial, solid yellow. And that's what we have here. These are also good blenders. So I could see, this is probably in the floral category, and then this one is probably in the blenders. But this is a beautiful hue. It's almost that mustard yellow, which mustard yellow and burnt orange are two of my favorite colors along with navy. But this is pretty. So what is this? These are like little flecks, and then this is the solid that has just that pop of fuchsia in the center of the flowers, and then almost like, what's that animal? Not a cougar or a tiger, but leopard. Almost looks like a little bit of a soft leopard print in the background there. Very nice. Okay, let's start at the beginning. We have this one. Seems like perhaps it's the same one as this, only in a different colorway. It's almost reversed, isn't it? Isn't that kind of cool? So it's like the yellow on the white, and then white on the yellow. So those go really nicely together. Those three paired are like meant to be together. Here's the novelty that I had peeked at just a second ago with you all. It has the bees on it. And the bees, it feels like they're radiating light. Little double bees with the flower in the middle. That's super cute. It's almost like this is the queen bee saying, like, I'm the important one. She's radiating. Oh yeah, because it has the crown. So she is the queen, radiating out her power. And these are the little worker bees working on the flowers. And then maybe you all can tell me what kind of flower this is, because I recognize it. Isn't it usually purple? Aren't these usually purple flowers? Really pretty. And kind of just that soft pink. This is a pretty one. This is actually very similar to a print that I have. It's not the same exact one, but it's one that I got probably about a yard of, and I'm almost completely out of it. So this is nice to have. I love when designers put two of the same color together, like just a two-toned, but one is darker than the other, so you have kind of this light pink background, and then the big, dark, bold pink diamonds. Really pretty. Let's see what this is. Very interesting. So this is, I would consider this to be a little bit more modern. It's almost like it's painted. It almost looks like a painting. And I like the black and navy. The colors are really great. This one would be difficult for me to use, but it's almost like it would be a fun challenge, I think. That green is one of my favorites too. Really pretty. There's a lot of colors going on here, actually. You have the brown, you have obviously the black and white, the brown, the kind of reddish, but then you also have the blue, the green. Really pretty. Okay. What else? This one looks like it is the same fabric in a different colorway as these. And those hues go really nicely together. That's really pretty. And this is the other thing. This is kind of a pinky red, but I would consider this to be a red. This one I would consider to be more pink. maybe just because of the background, but this one I consider red. And what I'll say about red, I have the hardest time finding reds. I always, if I'm going into a quilt shop and I'm kind of not looking for anything particular, I always have red in my mind, and I'm never able to find reds that I like. And I really do like this red a lot. This could also be a Christmas fabric in the sense that it has the red and the white. That's a nice shade. And then this obviously is the Christmas fabric. Let's put this with the other one and see how it looks. Yeah, that's really nice. And you know, this one doesn't even have to be Christmas. It just is pine cones, you know? It's a winter fabric, I would say. But when you pair it with the red, it does feel more Christmas because of the red and green together. This feels watercolor. This just completely reminds me of Monet, doesn't it? This is very Monet. It's very paint-like, little paint splotches. I don't always gravitate towards the purples, and this does have more purple in it, I would say. So this one would be a little bit of a challenge for me, but I wonder if it would go with the other challenge. What's the other one I said would be a little challenging for me? This one. No, they don't really go together. This one is my preference. I think this one is actually cool, and it's growing on me by the minute. I may have to use this in something today. This one with the purples would be harder for me. This, let's see. This has a tulip pink feel to me, but I'm sure it's not tulip pink. But it does have kind of that feel, doesn't it? This purple actually is better for me than this purple. I'm not sure why. I think that this is more of kind of a gray purple, which is how I prefer my purples. You have the bee, and then what else? Oh, and a frog. You know, maybe this is tulip pink. I don't know. Maybe you can comment below and tell me if this is tulip pink, because she does a lot of these like animals in her stuff, but it doesn't quite feel like that to me. And then the pops of teal. So you have the citron green, the various tones of purple, and the teal, and then kind of this splattering of the green in the background. I love this, and after saying I don't love purples, I actually really love this one. And the geometric. I'm a little bit of a sucker for any geometric prints. And this is a really good one. This is one that I would pull right off the shelf in a quilt shop and bring it right to be cut and brought home with me. I love that. And we have some solids. This is what I will say about solids, and these are very nice solids. So I struggle with using solids, and so I don't have a lot of them in my stash, which is actually part of why in the little info thing where you can tell them what kind of fabrics you want, I specifically requested solids. When you're having numerous, you know, patterned fabrics and you're a little bit stuck, a solid is always a good place to go. Solids to me feel a little bit like a no-brainer, like you don't have to think too much about it. Solids pretty much go with anything. Let's see if that's true. Let's grab some of this fabric and see. Like, could you put these together? You could, right? I mean, it wouldn't be an obvious choice, but you can really put solids with anything. What about this one? Yeah, right? Looks really good. Okay, we have two more. This is interesting. This again feels a little bit Monet-like to me, a little bit paint. Maybe I'm only feeling that because the last one that was similar to this was a little bit like that. These two. I like these two together. These were combined. I like that very much. And then let's see, this is the last one. This is gorgeous. Wow. This is really beautiful. So you have this bird, these birds that don't look totally too bird-like. I mean, they do, but they don't. And I like that. They're kind of just like, they could just be like swatches of paint that happen to look like birds. I mean, I think it's obviously intentional, but they're really pretty. And then these, you know, leaves, and it almost looks like a snowflake. Let's open this one up further. Oh, wow. Yeah. Look at this. Here, let's back the camera up so you can really see this. There's a lot going on here. Really beautiful. This is one that you could just kind of cut into, you know, like 2-inch squares randomly, like turn it upside down and cut it, and you'd get like little bits of the orange and white or a little splatter of these other colors. You know, I wouldn't want to cut the birds up, but this is the type of print that you can do that with. All right, let's talk for a minute. I would say that's a very successful box. I really like what they chose for me. Colors are awesome, patterns are really fun, and I like the combination of the salads and the holiday and the florals. I like those choices. I'm trying to remember the other ones that you could pick from. I think Novelty might have been one of them. I know Batiks was one. Like I mentioned, they're giving you 30% off your first box, and I get a little bit of a cut from that, which is really nice. That was really kind of the folks at Sewers Club to do that. So go ahead and check out that link. Let's think about a project. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. I have a couple ideas, and some of those fabrics definitely went really well together. So let me think for a minute, and I'll be right back. I'm back with the little project I made from the Sewers Club fat quarters that they sent me. I made this tree quilt block, and you may recognize it. I just published a video. My last video before this one was a tutorial on how to make this tree quilt block, and I just can't stop making these trees. The fabrics in this are so cool. Look at the background on this tree. Here, I'm gonna come to the other side. Look at the background on this tree. Isn't that just fabulous? Looks like nighttime with, I don't know, something snowy or magical happening in the background. And then, let me turn this around for 1 second. So here's the background looking super cool. The geometric lavender print, which I love, the solid. And then look, I fussy cut a little bee for the trunk. Isn't that adorable? Sewers Club also has a monthly project box. This one here is the stash builder. So go ahead, check out those links below, get your 30% off your first box. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.